Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, July 15th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Have you ever bit off a little bit more than you can chew? Well, welcome to my week. The shining light, tonight I get to go check out the brand new True Food Kitchen at the Annapolis Town Center. Actually, it's officially opening tomorrow, but I get to check it out tonight. And the weekend is close. I can almost taste it. So let's get into today's news, shall we? Let's get all the bad news out of the way up front. The Annapolis Police Department has arrested a 29-year-old Annapolis man in connection with the killing of Michelle Cummings, the Naval Academy plebes mother, who was shot last month on the patio of the Graduate Hotel. According to police, the suspect was supposed to be on home arrest, but cut off the band. He was stopped and questioned by the police at an unrelated thing at a gas station on Forest Drive, and they realized that he had the outstanding warrant for taking off the band and arrested him. Subsequently, he was charged with first and second-degree murder. The police would not say if there are additional suspects. They did say that there is no motive and they have not recovered any weapon. When questioned how he could be charged with first-degree murder when it was a stray bullet, Chief Jackson said it doesn't matter and that he's sure they have the right man. He is being held on a no-bond status and there is no court date or attorney scheduled as of yet. The Arundel County Police charged the Baltimore City cop with first-degree murder yesterday. That's in connection with the death of his 15-year-old stepson back on July 6th. The autopsy came back and the teen died of asphyxiation and the manner was homicide. At 6:15 a.m. yesterday morning, the Arundel County Police responded to the 6000 block of Greenway Road in Glen Burnie for an abandoned infant. The fire department also responded and they located a newborn naked with the umbilical cord still attached. The infant was taken to a local hospital for care and police are now searching for the mother. The baby is expected to survive and had some very minor injuries due to being placed on the ground. In our clip note version for the Capital Gazette shooting trial, the prosecution rested their case and the star witness, a psychiatrist with the health department, continued testifying about his conversations with Jared Ramos while in custody. Dr. Patel painted a picture of a calculating killer mapping out his every move down to how he would surrender to the police and not be hurt. He discussed Ramos' admitted pleasure in shooting his last victim and listed 21 reasons why he believes Ramos to be criminally responsible. Of course, the defense countered with the opinions of experts they hired, and tomorrow will begin the closing arguments in the trial, and then it goes to the jury. That may be tomorrow afternoon, but likely it'll be sometime on Friday. The jury will have to make a unanimous verdict one way or the other based on all of the evidence presented. And again, what I've been going over is just the clip note version. You want to make sure you read Alex and Lily's articles in the Capital and subscribe to the Capital. All right, enough of the yuck. Hey, Amy Speace is coming to the Ram's Head on stage for a rare all-ages noon show on Sunday. If you are not familiar with her, you definitely want to check out the bonus pod we dropped last week. It will be a great show. If you want to go, I do have some tickets. I want the sixth person, both in my DMs on Twitter as well as email, asking me for the tickets. It's that simple. Hey, can I go to the show? And you'll be on your way. As a reminder, if you can't make a noon show on Sunday, don't play. Let somebody that really wants to go. Speaking of concerts, tonight is the latest Tides and Tunes at the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park. Of course, it's in the Eastport campus, but up this week is Rick Hogue and the Revolving Doors. It gets underway at 7 p.m. And here's the coolest thing. It is free, but they do ask for a $10 suggested donation. They're going to have food trucks there, beer, wine. They're going to have a signature drink. All will be available for purchase, and quite honestly, the crowd that shows up for that is one of the nicest group of people you're ever going to run into. Finally, as I mentioned, I bit off a lot more than I could chew this week, so there are a ton of pods in the wing. We have Weather with George, a cool program with the Scenic Rivers Land Trust, new stuff from Citizen Pride, a crab feast from the Rotary, a Ram's Head show with Ben DeHaan, a business podcast with Transworld Business Advisors, the Classic Theater of Maryland, and Jazz on the Narrows. Whew. And that's just what's on my plate this week, so make sure you stay tuned for those as they come out. All right, that is it for the news today. If you are a fan of our Saturday Local Business Spotlight series, and you should be, up this weekend we're speaking with Nathaniel from the Annapolis Symphony Academy, complete with a personal mini concert for moi. That episode will drop at noon on Saturday, as they all do. Anyhow, as always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to follow us. And if they or you want to follow us in a streaming format, you can do it at annapolis.fm or at wakiradio.com, so you definitely want to check those out. A quick thank you to the four sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services in Millersville, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform on Forest Drive, and to MacMedics up in Severna Park and Lanham. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor here from Annapolis Makerspace with your Maker Minutes, and of course George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that gets underway in just about 60 seconds.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, July 15th. Yesterday brought more summertime heat and humidity as expected, and the 90s should now last through today and tomorrow, possibly even Saturday, before at least a slight drop-off of temps into the mid or upper 80s. Look for sunny highs today in the 90 to 96 degree range with no storms expected, and tomorrow is now looking like a virtual repeat with storms possibly holding off until the weekend as rain chances go way up on Saturday with highs again near 90 and PM storms likely ahead of mid to upper 80s on Sunday with another decent chance that the region sees scattered PM storms as a frontal boundary close by in the skies above keeps things unsettled, which will be the theme into early next week as well. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Kittens and Cups, Annapolis' own cat cafe, they have a few paint nights coming up. Tomorrow, they're having a tiger paint night, and on Saturday, there's a Leopards in the Wild paint night at Knits and Pieces behind the Wawa on Bestgate Road. Tomorrow, they're having an Olive Knits knit-along with the Olive Knits fireworks sweater. Registration is open for their August semi-private Learn to Knit sessions. It's 4 2-hour sessions on Monday mornings in August. Registration is also open for their Learn to Knit a pint-sized sweater classes, running 3 Saturdays in August, their one-off decoding charts class, and their Christmas stocking class that's 3 Wednesday evenings in September. And if you need some help, check out their knit coaching sessions, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, at various times a day to fit your schedule. Tomorrow and Saturday, Books for International Goodwill is having another one of their big book sales. This Pearl Rotary Club fundraiser has thousands of books at great prices and well organized. At Blended Essentials in Severna Park, Monday is their 5th week of summer camps. Next week's theme is Color Palette, and they have a few more weeks of summer camp after that. Crafts include making candles, soaps, bath bombs, lotions, and each week has an exclusive craft, including pinecone fire starters, tie-dye, custom hand sanitizer, and water candles. At the Ray of Light Studios in Annapolis, today is another Retired Girls with Graphite, a drawing class. The standard Girls with Graphite class is for 10 to 14-year-olds. This one is for girls a little bit older and a little bit more retired, who still have an interest in learning to draw or draw better. Tomorrow, Ray of Light has a Zentangle art with line and repetitive design class, and Wednesday is a beginner watercolors class. At Art Farm in Annapolis this week, Sunday there's a First Exposure on the Move, a 2-hour walk-and-shoot photography workshop around downtown Annapolis, and their summer camps continue with a textile art camp, working with printmaking, dyeing, and embellishing with cloth, as well as a Fearless Girls photography camp, both next week. And registration is still open for some of their other summer semester programs, which include Kids Art School, beatmaking and music-inspired art, nature art, and oil painting camps. At the Clay Bakers in Annapolis, tonight, check out a glass-fusing open house for ages 16+. At the Arundel County Public Library System this week, today they have Painting with Ice, with what looks like frozen watercolors. Also today, there's Creative Creations with the Deal Library, Painting with Acrylics, as well as Mechanical Monkeys, how animals are inspiring advances in robotics. Saturday, there's Chalk It Up, an outdoor chalk party with the Deal Library, Ask a Master Gardener, as well as a drone flying demonstration. On Tuesday, there's Meet the Good Guys, Beneficial Bugs in the Garden. Then on Wednesday, there's Just Keep Spinning, with pinwheel art. Also check out the library's various book clubs, story times, trivia nights, and specialty programs like Finding Happiness Within Your Own Personal Finances, Great Movies Discussion with Chinatown, Community Resource Fair with eviction prevention, utility assistance, and food resources, as well as virtual grant seeking. At Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight there's a virtual happy hour, tomorrow there's a virtual amateur radio night, as well as a virtual DC 443 Hack the Box working group. And then on Monday, they have a project night. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday, check out our monthly CAD and CAM with CNC with Fusion 360 3D Design Workshop online. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
I've always loved being a realtor because to me, it's more than a job. It's something that gives me an incredible sense of helping others. And this year in particular, when so many people we've helped had to move rather than wanted to move, it gave me an even greater sense of purpose. Whatever the reason for someone's move, from a career relocation to simply needing to downsize, it has truly been super rewarding and a privilege to be able to assist our clients through all the steps of their journeys. Though it hasn't always been easy, we've learned new ways of navigating the home buying and selling process. So whether you need to say goodbye to your current home or are looking for a new house to start the next chapter of your life in, the Kristi Neidhardt Team is here to work with you and for you, because truly we are all in this together.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.